So you're at Walmart like I was, and you see this game for $9. Do yourself a favor, don't buy it. I paid $9 for this game, and I feel like I wasted $9. It's trying to be like Need for Speed Heat, but it's failing. I mean, this game feels like it was built on a budget of $50,000, which isn't that much. Like this game feels cheap. The problem is, okay, I spent a bunch of money in this game, you know, like the in-game cash. I bought coilovers, I bought new sway bars, and you'd think the car would handle better after I bought sway bars and coilovers and tires and brakes. But the car actually drove worse than before. So by spending money upgrading the handling, the car drove slightly worse. Because before it was driftable, you know, it was nice and loose and you could drift it. And after that, I couldn't drift it. I had to like hit the brakes all the time and like slow down for all the corners. So it wants to be a simulation racer, but it also wants to be arcade in some aspect, which is really stupid. I mean, it's got online, but it's probably dead. And I mean, here we are, some of the races. I only had the first two unlocked. We're going to do the car customization and show you a little bit of the game here. The music, you're not missing much. It's your generic dubstep, you know, unlicensed music where it's like wub 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 wub, or you know, just guitar riff. So you can put like, you know, your Apexi, your Diablo Sport, your different parts on this, putting an ECU on this, but you don't actually get to see the part if you put an ECU in it. And I mean, you can see that the car I started with is a rust bucket, which, you know, I actually kind of like that. That's kind of nice, starting with a rusted out car. I think that's kind of cool, because as you progress in the game and as you grow, your car is going to be nicer and nicer, and then you can buy more cars. But everything in this game, say, you can buy the most expensive version of a part or the cheapest, and it doesn't seem to matter if you buy the expensive part or the cheap one. They literally do the same thing, and they literally make the car's performance increase the same. Which is kind of stupid, because wouldn't the $1,500 fuel injectors, wouldn't they be better than the $200 fuel injectors? Nope, Super Street the game doesn't seem to think so. And then there's the fact that the computer players are constantly trying to ram you into the wall. And the rubber band AI, you know, they just like, you can be in first place, but you make one mistake and they're just right behind you. But you'll see this after we do some customization here. I mean, what am I doing now? I guess I was still looking at ECUs there. Looking at some bumpers now. Oh wait, no, I was looking at radiators. I'm sorry if I'm... Because, you know, as I'm recording the commentary, I'm only seeing the game in like half screen. You can do the exploded view to see all the parts you have on there, so you can show off. That's kind of weird. I mean, I've never seen that in a game before. It's almost like they spent more money on the pictures of the models from Super Street in the game than they did on the cars and all that. They couldn't even get licensed ones. I mean, you can paint a car, but look at how much it is to paint this thing. It's like $2 grand to paint the car, which is pretty realistic, honestly, because you'd have to take all the rust off. I'm not going through all the customization options because I just captured this video last night and I have no desire to play this game ever again. I'm in. put all these different aftermarket bumpers on it, like the Charge Speed and the Duraflex, the Viz Racing. And after you put these bumpers on the car, they're in primer, so you still got to paint them. So we're going to go into another race here. And for some reason, in this race, it gave me a nice car instead of using my personal car, which is really weird. I mean, I'm sorry if my commentary is a little half-baked, but it's kind of like this game. This game's half-baked. And not in a good way. I mean, just watch that. They just shunt your ass right into there. And they get so far ahead of you, there's no point. So you got to restart the whole race like I did. I'd be in first place for 4 laps, and then they'd randomly shunt me. And I get rammed in the wall, and then I'd restart the whole race. This car, you know, this car is fully upgraded. They're loaning to for the race. You think it's a good car. You think it handles well. You think that it rides good. But this thing just, all it wants to do is drift, but the drifts aren't controllable. This thing, like, you have to jam hard on the brakes in every single turn for this thing to go around the corner. And this car is, like, super sensitive to even the bumps in the road. It's almost like they were trying to mix simulation driving and arcade driving, but, you know, I don't know. They don't really, none of the cars I've driven in this game drive that good. Even this one, which is like fully upgraded, that they loaned to me. You'd think this thing would be amazing. It's really not. I mean, I guess they're trying to like say that this car is fully upgraded, so it's really hard to drive. It's got lots of power and it's like, you know, really fast. But all I had to do was jam hard on the brakes and push the control stick all the way to the right or left, and I was pretty much just maxing out my controller inputs. You know, jamming on the brakes, full lock steering, and this thing will go around the corner. And you know, this game, I mean, I saw this game at GameStop a couple of days ago for $17. And the price sticker said it'd been there for like 6 months. That should be pretty telling. I mean, this game's $9 at Walmart, and there's like all these unsold copies. You know, a couple of months ago there was all these unsold copies in my local Walmart, but I bought the last one they had. Thinking they probably took all the other copies and threw them in the trash. Or, you know, gave them to people for free. I mean, I want to be positive about the game, but it just doesn't do anything good. I mean, I don't get why Super Street put their name on this. I don't get why Motor Trend risked their name. But I give this game a 2 out of 10.